Hello. So we are live finally. This is 20th May just hour. Okay. I'll admit I'm not really into the discussions and the long talks, but I just felt that it's about time for some talk to be on your thoughts concerning the 20th May celebrations in Cameroon. That's my country, by the way. Um, I'm just going to give some short information, well, that I'm aware of concerning our country, and then maybe just for a couple of minutes. Of course, this is like my first live video, so I believe that once we get familiar with what we are doing here on Your Thoughts, we can have a great platform to interact and also to share ideas to make sure that what we want to do, what we want to do is positive energy out there. Now, our country, Cameroon, is a very interesting one, and I would like to spend time talking about this day, this Reunification Day, because how did it come about? We had the British Cameroons, we had French Cameroon, and well, because some reasons, which I think that's what I really wanted. If you're out there and you like to share, maybe within this time of the live or maybe after the live, if you see the video, kindly comment and leave your ideas, because I believe that the reason why we initially took the steps to come back as a unitary state is going to give us much reasons to continue that journey. This back and forth thing, the same relationships do back and forth, but it has a kind of way of playing on posterity. So why don't we just have a beeline, like just we are going towards this point from point A to point B. Let's stop going in circles. It's really annoying, it's frustrating, and it's over 50 years of what we can say independence per se, but there's a lot that we need to do as a people to live a life that is excellent. That's something that I'm coming to share with you. Most times we can blame the government, we can blame international bodies, we can blame others, but the only thing we can do for ourselves is to find our place in this building, because we talk about nation building, but we can't build any nation if we keep on getting on the throats of each other and pressing this international body, looking for help left, right, center. We in this place, in this community called Cameroon, we are the ones who are capable to bring the desired results, because we are the ones who are under this pressure. We are the ones who are going through the changes, be it political, economic, social, all those reforms, and we are the ones who can bring the change for the future. Now, Cameroon, we had in 1960 the independence of the French Cameroons. In 1961, we had the English Cameroons, which they signed off to join the French Cameroon, and they had a federal state. So we have now, in 1972, we have His Excellency Amadou Ahidjo, who came up and this pushed for this, and we have a unitary state, and we are celebrating this. Someone made a statement over, I think that was Equinox Radio this morning, and he said that we have a unitary state, but we've not yet come to the uniting of the people. And I was like, okay, well, that's food for thought. And what is needed now? The truth is, you cannot tell us that people cannot be united because they're speaking French or they're speaking English. Do you know how many vernaculars are in Cameroon? That would be a lot of disorder to put together. But if we have a common cause, if we have a common goal, you see, So, sorry about the interruption. I understand that there is a lot that we must do as a people. I really do understand. My question is, okay, what can we do as a people? Because in my own part, there's a lot of reforms that I would like to happen in my sector. We have a program coming on talking on unemployment. I think these things have been in my heart. But there's just a lot of complaint, equitable sharing of resources, who is supposed to be at this position of leadership. And there's just a lot. Some people say, oh, this one is using more of my resources and all that. Do you know that leaders are supposed to be servants of their people? It means you're put in a position to use the resources for the good of the land. That's something that we need to talk about. So my main question now, given that we decided, you can even say you were not there and you did not agree and all that, but we decided, because anybody before us decided that we should be a unitary state. I've not really had an understanding of this, but why did we first of all make that decision of a unitary state? If we can discuss on this, if we can share ideas on this, and I believe that after this broadcast there will be a lot of ideas coming concerning why did we choose it. Okay, if we can take why we chose it, then we definitely can say reasons why we can move forward from there, because moving backward is not really a thing that we should be doing right now. Moving forward, what is better? It's just like you telling me that, oh, now that I'm 40 years old, it was better I was 15 years old, let me just regress to that. No, time keeps moving forward. We are going to move to 50 years, but my 50 years can be way better than my 40 years depending on what I'm going to be doing in it. So it's not about, as they say, age is a number, and truly it's really a number. What can we do to move forward? Let's not talking about moving backward, let's move forward. What can we do? Of course, there has been a national dialogue. There's a difference between dialogue and action. What are we doing? Because it's not about, when it comes to people, it's not just about what the government says. It's what the people in the country are wanting to do for the change. So what are we doing individually? Because our individual efforts count. Like, okay. And personally, it's more about, it's an interior thing, because this issue, this striving is not just in Cameroon. It's a human thing. It's about power. It's about control. It's about not wanting to be robbed. It's about not wanting to be a subordinate. It's about being free. These are some of the things that's how we got to becoming federal. That's what happened. We wanted this kind of liberty, and when someone starts feeling that it's being infringed, or someone feels dissatisfied, it's relationship. Even in marriages, we have this relationship issue. So it now stems to us. It's now there is an internal war between, not just in the country but in the person's heart, that and it comes to the place of pride, because no matter how much rightness we want to do, most times people put up their pride before what is right. And that's why I said the work, first of all, is individually. The leaders at every place of government need to individually search their hearts. Am I serving my people, or am I serving my desires and what I want? Once we come to that point, then we can start talking about looking at, because it's about intention. Why did we decide to become a unitary state? What was the intention? Okay, if we must move forward, what are the intentions? Because it's said, and it's rightly cited in the Bible, that a bad tree cannot produce good fruits, and a good tree cannot produce bad fruits. And it tells us that from the abundance of your heart, it means your intentions. Your mouth would speak. You're going to respond from who you are, from what you are. So when it comes to this celebration, I think the main thing we want to look at is, yes, we are a unitary state, and yes, we need to be united in our thinking. We need to come to compromise, because prosperity will not strive in the place of war. No, it is, people will say this type of things like, oh, without war there's no peace. And do you know how many people died during the war? Do you know how much destruction occurs during a war? Do you know how much time it takes to rebuild after a war? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And personally, we can go past that. We can go past that. We should start looking at, because when you think of this kind of destruction, you understand that we're going to invest a lot to come back to a certain place. Instead of enjoying 10 years of our lives, we'd spend it in rebuilding what we spent 10 years to destroy. And maybe after the 10 years of rebuilding again, would have another 10 years of destruction. It's a wicked cycle. When then are we going to enjoy the natural resources, the goodness, and everything? When then shall we do that? That's it. I think this National Day should be a reflection for every Cameroonian. Before you speak, don't just speak, then you think about it. Think about the consequences of your speech. Wars broke out just because of what people said, and they may have not even meant it. It was just maybe out of anger. They may have not meant it, but we have wars, we have seditions and all that. It's the same thing. My question to everyone who is going to go through this video, is watching now, is let us talk on why. If someone who knows more, because obviously what we see on the internet is just some things, but we know the real information comes from those who are in direct contact with these persons. Somehow this is more like history from mouth to mouth. Why did they make this decision? How did they think it would be profitable for 3 generations to come? What was their mindset? That these are the things that are going through my mind. Oh, maybe you thought I came up here today, maybe somehow that I had a lot of answers for you. In a place like you, we want to do something. We are the youth. We want some level of progress. Like, there's a strong desire for progress, because when I watch the amount of young people that are trooping out of our country looking for greener pastures per se, it's troubling. Why is it troubling? Because there's something that is occurring, brain drain. A nation has to be built by the use of powerful resources as land and labor. And it's true, you can have land, but when your labor is missing, there's nothing. Who is going to cultivate the land? Who is going to produce? Who is going to bring out the new generations? The land without the people is nothing. And the young people are trooping out in their numbers. We know that those who are in the position of authority, we have those who are more in the advanced age groups. But you see, those that need to be in the production are trooping out. Very soon, the only industry we will have is in administration. And that is bad for any country. So, we must do something. Individually, search your heart wherever you are. Don't do the blame game. Seriously, it's been over 50 years. The blame game has brought us nowhere. As people would say, it's the olden days was somehow much more better, because they think that things are getting worse. It's the blame game. You cannot be doing the same thing the same way, expect different results. Each of us has to know that we decided. Don't say I wasn't there, it was a fraud, it was this. We decided. Let's just Can we all agree that we decided? If we can all agree that we decided, then we can move forward. Because by the time someone is saying, "Oh, I was not there," "Oh, I didn't agree," then we now have to start discussing before that. And really, that's how many years back? That's more than how many years? Seriously, we cannot do that to ourselves anymore. We decided. So from where we decided, can we move forward? The question I want to leave you with, because I still have a lot of writing to do on this, is why did we choose the unitary state? Why did we choose the unitary state? Can we talk detailedly on why we chose it and draw out intentions? Can we come first of all and accept that we made a decision? Someone said, let us agree to disagree. Let us do something now. If we agree, then we can now move step by step. What went wrong? Okay. We don't want to talk about who did what. What went wrong? Great. Okay, it went wrong here. So are we ready? The question is, are we ready to get back on track? Because I don't think that the people who sat down to draw that, like, they were just like, oh, let's just do something nice for the country. Let's just sit down and draw documents, because it's been 11 years since we became a federal. We have got our independence. We should do something new. Personally, I don't think that's what, because that would be terrible if that's what we're thinking. But I don't think that. I know they were thinking of something really important. They were looking at a future, a possible future, and they sat down and discussed it at length. Sat down and drafted. So it wasn't a mistake. Let's do something about this. Wherever you are, they are not judging anybody here on your thoughts. I know someone can be angry. We don't judge you that you're angry. Some things may have happened. We don't judge you. But every opinion is allowed. There is no bullying around here on this page. Everybody is allowed to discuss, share their opinions, and the only opinion you have to give here is what will help people. Don't come here to fight. Don't come here to argue. Don't come here to insult. No. If you disagree with somebody, be polite about it. Speak your mind out. Tell them what you think. Let us reason together. That's what it's about. Let us reason together. And okay, I give you another rendezvous. I'll be seeing you next week. Again, same time. And please let the comments keep coming. And thank you for watching. God bless you. And happy Reunification Day.